Hello there, good morning. I'm Celso. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Today we're going to be reading the first comic book where Spider-Man appeared. Okay. It's this one right here called Amazing Fantasy. Okay. The edition 15, if I'm not wrong. Okay. No, 15 August. Okay. So this was the first time that Spider-Man appeared in history. All right. So we're going to be reading this one. So get ready to start. Let's go. This is the cover. Amazing Fantasy, 12 cents, 15 August. Introducing Spider-Man. Though the word may mock Peter Parker, the timid teenager, it will soon marvel at the awesome might of Spider-Man. Also in this issue, an important message to you from the editor about the new Amazing. Spider-Man! Like costume heroes? Confidentially, when in the comic mag business referred to them as long underwear characters, and as you know, they're a dime and a dozen, but we think you may find our Spider-Man just a bit different. Say gang, we need one more guy for the dance. How about Peter Parker over there? Are you kidding? That bookworm wouldn't know a cha-cha from a waltz. Peter Parker? He's Midtown High's only professional wallflower. As you may have gathered, Peter Parker was far from being the biggest man on campus, but his Uncle Ben thought he was a pretty special lad. You're not fooling me, Petey. I know you're awake, and it's time for school. Gosh, Uncle Ben, you're worse than a room full of alarm clocks. As for Pete's Aunt May, she thought the sun rose and set upon her nephew. I cooked your favorite breakfast, Petey, wheat cakes. Don't fatten me up too much, dear. I can hardly out-wrestle him now. The faculty at Midtown High were also fond of the clean-cut, hard-working honor student. Keep up the good work, Parker, and you're sure to rate a scholarship when you graduate. I'll do my best, sir. But alas, other teenagers can sometimes, unwittingly, be so very cruel to a shy young man. Sally, was wondering if you're busy tonight. Peter, for the umpteenth time, you're just not my type. Not when dreamboats like Flash Thompson are around. I admire your good taste, doll. Get lost, bookworm. Look, there's a great new exhibit at the Science Hall tonight. Would any of you like to go out with me? Science Hall, huh? You stick to science, son. We'll take the chicks. Yes, for some, being a teenager has many heartbreaking moments. See you around, bookworm. Give out regards to the Atom Smasher, Peter. Someday I'll show them. Someday they'll be sorry. Sorry that they laughed at me. Science exhibit, experiments in radioactivity, open to the public, room 30. And a few minutes later, Peter Parker forgets the taunts of his classmates as he is transported to another world, the fascinating world of atomic science. And now for a demonstration of how we can control radioactive rays here in the laboratory. But as the experiment begins, no one noticed a tiny spider descending from the ceiling on an almost invisible strand of web. A spider whom fate has given a staring, in brief, role to play in the drama we call life. Accidentally absorbing a fantastic amount of radioactivity, the dying insect's sudden shock bites the nearest living thing, at the split second before life ebbs from its radioactive body. Huh? A spider. It bit me. But why is it burning so? Why is it glowing that way? My head, it feels strange. I need some air. Look as through our experiment unnerved young Parker. Too bad, he must have a weak stomach. What's happening to me? I feel different, as though my entire body is charged with some sort of fantastic energy. Honk honk. Wrapped in his thoughts, Peter doesn't hear the out which narrowly misses him until the last instant, and then unnoticed by the riders, he unthinkingly leaps to safety. But what a leap it is! That was one egghead who won't daydream anymore when he crosses the street. You can say that again. What's come over me? I'm scaling this wall just as easily as I can walk. Mommy, look at the man walking up the side of a building. That's the last hour move I take you to, young man. It's incredible. I reached the roof in just a few seconds. What's this? I crushed the steel pipe as though it were paper. It's the spider. It has to be somehow. In some miraculous way, his bite was transferred his own power to me. I can walk down this cable as effortlessly as the spider itself can glide along its web. I've got to have time to think. I've got to plan what to do with this unbelievable ability which fate has given me. A few minutes later, this will be a good chance to test my power again. $100 to the man who can stay in the ring 3 minutes with Crusher Hogan. Filled with excitement, Pete races back home and I'll put on some old clothes and leave my glasses here. But what if I fail? I don't want to be a laughing stock. I'll find some way to disguise myself. A few minutes later, I'll try for that $100, Crusher. Well, well. If it ain't a little masked Marvel step up, sucker. Now just relax, Shorty. I'll try to make this as painless as possible. It works! I have the speed, the agility, the very strength of a gigantic spider. Hey, put me down. You win, you win. You're not human and nobody. You're not human. Nobody can do that. Wanna bet? Greatest act I've ever seen. Sensational, fantastic, and that mask gimmick gives him just the right touch of mystery. He was terrific. That masked character may be just what I've been looking for. Listen, friend, I'm a TV producer. With that act of yours, I can make you a fortune. And keep the mask angle. It's great showmanship. Here's my card. Call me. You'd be a smash on Ed Sullivan's show. Thanks. Later at home again. Showmanship? He hasn't seen anything yet. Since I have the powers of a spider, I'll design myself a spider costume. And oh, hi, Aunt May. You looked a little tired, Petey, so he brought you some crackers and milk. Crackers and milk? Bless them, if they only knew. Now let's see. A spider needs a web. This little device should just do the trick. I'll fasten one to each arm. It will operate by the lightest pressure of any finger. I'll need a name. Well, guess Spider-Man is as good as any. Looks pretty good, if I do say so myself. Guess Spider-Man is as good as any. Looks pretty good, if I do say myself. So they laughed at me for being a bookworm, huh? Well, only a science major could have created a device like this. With some strong liquid cement at the end, I can pull myself up anywhere with my little web. And my costume is thin enough to wear unseen under my street clothes. Okay, world, better hang onto your hat. Here comes the Spider-Man. Continue after next page. Part 2. Now, anybody with the intelligence of a 7-year-old knows that if a man appeared... Wait. Okay. Now, anybody with the intelligence of a 7-year-old knows that if a man appeared on TV who seemed to be more spider than human, he would be an overnight sensation, especially when his feats were performed without the help of a trick photograph. Well, you can just imagine how the public react to Spider-Man. I'm seeing it with my own eyes, and I still don't believe it. Sure, they look amazing, incredible. I was stricken, wouldn't you? After all, when was the last time you saw a man with his own fantastic spiderweb? Okay, Spider-Man, cut. That's enough. Don't show him too much. Leave him begging for more. As his first of these spectacular ends, Peter Parker breathes the first sweet scent of fame and success. I'm from life. You'll pay any price for a picture spread. Sign up with me. I'll put you in the movies. Wait, we want an interview. Scene? See my agent, boys. I'm busy. Rid of him at last. Hey, what's going on? Stop, thief, stop him! If he makes it to the elevator, he'll get away. Made it. I'm safe now. That cop can never get down to the lobby as fast as I can in the high-speed express elevator. Luck that good in costume didn't stop me. What's with you, mister? All you had to do was strip him, or hold him just for a minute. Sorry, pal. That's your job. I'm through being pushed around by anyone. From now, I just look out for number one. That means me. I oughta run you in. Save your breath, buddy. I've got things to do. And a few hours later, Peter, you know that microscope you always wanted? Your uncle and I bought it for you this afternoon. Gosh, that's terrific. You're the greatest family any fella ever had. They're the only ones who have ever been kind to me. I'll see to it that they are always happy, while the rest of the world can go hang for all I care. In the days that followed, Spider-Man becomes the sensation of the nation. Spider-Man is slated for new TV series. Spider-Man wins Show's Biz Award. The viewer. Spider-Man plays the packed house. Daily Voice. Who is the Spider-Man? And one evening, as Peter Parker returns home from a personal appearance, a police car in front of our house. What can be wrong? Bad news, son. Your uncle has been shot murdered. Uncle Ben? Dead? No, it can't be. Who did it? Who shot him? It was a burglar. Your uncle surprised him, but don't worry, lad. We've got him trapped. He's in the old Acme warehouse at the waterfront. We got him. Your aunt is next door. The neighbors are looking after her. Wait. I've got to go. I've got to get him. I know the old Acme warehouse. It's been deserted for years. A killer could hold off an army in that gloomy old place, but he won't hold off Spider-Man. The warehouse is at the other side of town, but I'll be there in no time. Meanwhile, he's in there somewhere, but he'll pick up off like flies if we charge him. All I gotta do is hold him off till the moon goes down. Then I oughta be able to sleep away in the dark. You never skip again, murderer. Huh? What the? Surprised to see me? Not half so surprised as you're going to be. Gotta get away, gotta hide, I must be seeing things. There's no place on earth where you can hide from me. First, my web will relieve you of your gun, and then my fist will do the rest. that face, it's oh no, it can't be. It's a fugitive who ran past me. Then when I didn't stop when I had the chance. I hate to do it, but we'll have to rush him now. I can take a chance of him slipping by in the dark. Captain, look. It's him. On a spider's web. In a short distance away. My fault. Oh, my fault. If only I had stopped him when I could have, but I didn't, and now Uncle Ben's dead. And a lean, silent figure slowly fades into the gathering darkness, aware at last that in this world, with great power, there must also come great responsibility. And so a legend is born, and a new name is added to the roster of those who make the world of fantasy the most exciting realm of all. Be sure to see the next issue of Amazing Fantasy for the further amazing exploits of America's most different new teenage idol, Spider-Man. The end. Okay, this is another story already. And this is another story too. We're just gonna read the part of Spider-Man, okay? Because in this comic book called Amazing Fantasy, they had many stories, okay? But we're gonna stop at the page 14, which is where the story of Spider-Man ends. So thank you very much for watching until here. I hope you have liked. Please hit the like button, comment down below if you didn't understand any word, if you have any question, and if you just like Spider-Man. I just want to see if you were here. So goodbye.